This video will take you through using the My Profile page on the new Frisco Lakes website. In this segment, I want to talk about My Profile. This is the way you enter your personal information that will appear in the resident directory, as well as information about your own personal preferences for receiving email from groups and neighborhoods. So I'm going to go up here to start by clicking on the My Profile. This will show up if you are in the top line menu mode for the computer. If you are not in this mode, I'm going to have a separate video that talks about getting there from cell phones or tablets. But I'm going to go to My Profile at this time, and once you do this, the process is basically the same no matter what system you're using. So I'm going to go to the directory here, and I'm logged in as Elmer Fudd, who is my test user for this purpose. And I'm going to just show you about this My Profile page. With our old system, the personal profile was not really something you needed to bother with, but in this system, it is something that's important to you. What they did was bring over some of the basic information from the old website and the old resident information side. So what we're going to do is take you through it. It has a section up here for names, and you can add a title. If, for example, you're an MD and you wanted to say doctor there, you would put that in as the title, and then you would check this block over here to make sure that showed up in the resident directory. If you want a middle name to show up, you put it in here and check this block. And if you have a suffix such as junior or the third or the fourth, and you want that to show up, you would enter it here and then click on this block. I want to stress that this particular block belongs to the suffix of the name and not to opt-in groups. We will be talking about opt-in groups in a few minutes, and just be aware this is not related to it. You may also add a photo if you have one that you want to appear. It will only show up if somebody goes to your profile page by clicking on your name in the resident directory. It gives the display name that you have, and there is a block here. It is called Do Not Show Me in the Online Member Directory. By default, that is always checked, which means you will not show up in the online member directory. If you do want to show up, and we encourage you, if at all possible, for you personally to do this, to uncheck that block so you will be in the online member directory and other people can locate you. Further down on the profile, there is a block where you can change your username and change your password. So if you are unhappy with your username, you can change that after you have been using the system for a while. You may also change your password, which of course for security purposes we recommend you do periodically. And then make sure that your email address is correct and that this is checked to receive emails to this address. If it is not checked, or if the address is incorrect, you will not be receiving emails from any that are sent out on the system. Further down, you should have a street name, an address, and so forth. We didn't put one in for Elmer here, but you should have one showing up. And the blocks that are checked are the ones that will show up by default in the directory. When you've made all of the changes you want to on this side and have got yourself in the resident directory, you come down here to the bottom and you click on the Save My Profile button. If you do not do this, your changes will not be saved. So I'm going to click on that right now, and that takes me back to the start of this directory page. And now I'm going to talk about the opt-in groups. Under our old system, if you wanted to be able to see the page for a particular group or get emails from that group, you had to join the group. And when you joined the group, the administrator for that page had to approve your membership. You could then receive their emails and visit the page. Otherwise, you couldn't. With this system, you can visit any page on the website without joining. You don't have to be a member to look at a group. If you are not a member of the Euchre Club, but you wanted to find out more about what we do in that club, you can just go to the page and take a look. If you want to receive emails, however, this is now up to you, and you do that through the opt-in groups. So if I wanted to join, for example, the 42 Dominoes group, I would do just what Elmer has done here. I would just put a little check in that block to the left of the name of the Dominoes group, and this is a scroll down list, so you can use a scroll key, or you can just tap on the little down arrow at the bottom and work your way down the list of groups. So if you wanted to be a part of the Daytime Quilt group, you could click there if you were going to get their emails. If you're going to join the Euchre Club, you would click there, and so forth. The neighborhoods are also in here, so you want to be sure to go down to the ends and click your neighborhood. Elmer has clicked my neighborhood, neighborhood 15. So when you're all done with clicking on those, you opt in to the groups. You update that list, and then you will be on the email list for that group. So you're now in control of whether you get the emails from that group. And when I did that, as soon as I did that, it updated it. But I do want to go back and say one more thing. There is a select all here at the top of the opt-in groups. You do not want to select that. If you do, you will be receiving every email sent out by every group in every neighborhood in Frisco Lakes, and you will probably be pretty overwhelmed. So make sure you do not check that block. So that's pretty much it for the profile page. It is very important that you take a look at yours and make sure it's correct. Thank you very much. That concludes this segment. I hope it has been useful to you.